So Saibal Ghosh is now with us in the studios. He's the CIO of Bandhan Life. Saibal, afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. Since the last time we met, and now you've taken a haircut. It seems looking smart and sharp, and market has also taken a very sharp haircut. You were cautious then. Are you still cautious? You expect this to accelerate, or now are you turning constructive?
See, I think we have been constructive all through, and we will remain constructive because the long-term fundamentals are, and I have not seen it in my lifetime, so many things happening together, right? You have we have a political stability for the last 1 decade now. We have a decisive government in power. We have all the reforms which have taken place, maybe barring some in land and labor. Capex cycle is turning after so many years. Corporate balance sheet are strong. Banks are well capitalized. Interest rates are benign. Inflation is benign. So many positive things. Currency has been rock steady for last almost 2 years now. I mean, how many times we have seen so many positive things happening? So, long-term fundamentally, we are very constructive and will continue to be.
But
so.
short term, the sense now coming in because of what's happening in the US, because of growth, the fear is that can this growth trigger or growth fears actually trigger an overall growth fear for rest of the world? How will the Japanese yen impact India? All of that is there. How do you analyze the matter?
See, nobody knows because Japan has been having a zero interest rate policy for last 2 decades. What kind of position has been taken? We really don't know. It's anyone's guess. But my personal feeling is that of course there will be some contagion if there has been a fall globally. But we in India, our market leadership has changed in favor of domestic over a period of time. I think even if there is a downside, my view, I may be wrong absolutely, but it will be a limited impact.
Okay.
Beyond a point, there will be enough people sitting on the fence to come to India.
That's an amazing point. Let me come back on the earnings issue. The sense is that the growth of earnings growth which you've seen in the last 4 years, from here on, the next 4 years, the rate of growth may actually be slightly on the slower side. Is that a worry?
That is a worry in the sense that in few stocks where in fact when we run our own process and we see that some of the stocks where exuberance has reached to a level of fantasy where the terminal growth rate at the current price is in double digit. I mean, that there is a risk and you have to be cautious because these stocks are flying too close to the sun. So, you have to be careful. And when we last met, when you are talking about being cautious, I think those are the stocks, those are the pockets where we have been cautious.
But let's come to I was just looking at the data some time back. Most of your funds are in top quartile and, Morningstar, highly rated ones. There have been because you've taken stock calls like Paytm and few other. Just for illustration,
no Paytm.
Some of the other consumer tech, when they're turning profit conscious, you had started, touching some of them ahead of the curve. Which part of the market or some contra call that you can share right now, which still the street is not discussing, which you are looking at in your
No, we are at this point of time no different than what market is. Frankly, I'll not talk stock specific,
but sectors.
Sectorally, we are mostly agnostic at this point of time. But this is the market, I think, where you have to be bottoms up, especially where the valuations have gone at this point of time. We are cautious on two segments. One is the export-facing sectors, because the way US data has come yesterday, I think the recession seems to be very much on the card, and it will have an effect all across. So we are cautious on that. We are also cautious on couple of capital goods, electric utilities, railways, defense, where the valuation, as I said, that has reached to a level of fantasy. These are the stocks which we played bit early in the cycle. We are mostly out. We have exited quite a bit.
That's an amazing call.
And
where have you started nibbling in, consumers or anything else?
Again, as I said, now we are sector agnostic. We are taking calls depending on the valuation. Yeah.
All right, Saibal, thank you very much for joining us and at least
Thank
trying
you.
to calm the markets a bit. Nothing great to panic about. That's the message coming in
No panic.
from the CIO of Bandhan Life.